Hello and welcome to Pro Trader Strategies Market Commentary for Thursday, June the 8th. My name's Eric Wilkinson. Some of you may recognize me as the Wolfman from CNBC, Fox Business, or even the Wall Street Journal for my commentary on everything from economic to geopolitical and market analysis. Please keep in mind that everything that we talk about in these daily market commentaries is not a solicitation to buy or sell any of these securities or strategies. At the end of the day, we're here to teach you some different strategies that you can implement into your portfolios, but please do that in your own way. The reason why I can't give you a recommendation on a particular stock or strategy is because I don't know your risk parameters. I don't know what's in your portfolios, and therefore what I'm doing could be counterintuitive to what you are already doing. Having that out of the way, let's get this on. One other thing I forgot to mention. Please remember the past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, now on to the overall economic picture. Great Britain has parliamentary elections, so it's pretty quiet there. United States had unemployment claims came in at 245,000, which is what was expected, right in line, just give or take a few. But last month's unemployment claims was revised up to 248 from 248,000 to 255,000. And natural gas storages came in at 106 billion cubic feet, expected to be 99 billion cubic feet. So a bit of a increase there. Onto the overall markets. Crude oil, as you can see, is slightly in positive territory at up about 5 cents to a dime. Anyway, falling right on the 61.8 fib level. That's acted as support the last time we got down here. It's acting as support again, and just so happens to line up with this volume node right around $46 a barrel. We're slightly below that now. Did break through that fib level earlier this morning, but has since recovered and looks like it could be bottoming out or taking a breather. We have yet to see a confirmation on that. That will happen tomorrow. Then on to gold. Gold giving up a big day, down $16. It's been having quite a bit of moves back and forth, even with the equities just not really making a whole lot of moves the past couple of days. Really quiet with some of the testimonies going on. People watching that summer markets are here and upon us. So gold futures, though, giving back quite a bit, helping out my NUGT trade that I thankfully added a little to yesterday. Then on to the bonds. Bonds giving up about a half a point down, 13 ticks or so. We're starting to see this want to come back down to this point of control, I believe. We're also seeing Fed Fund futures kind of come off a little bit, which is an indication of a higher probability of a rate hike coming soon. So to keep that in mind, which is in line with what the Fed has kind of put out there. Then the Dow Jones up almost 17, 18 points right now, right pounding on this value area high, just can't break through it very easily. But the overall equities having a tight range. NASDAQ slightly down on the day by about 3.5 points. IWM's up and the E-mini S&Ps just slightly up on the day. And we can look at the E-mini S&Ps on an intraday chart. And like I said, this last few days on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just boom, right in line. Day traders love this kind of trade when they're trading against the market profile on an intraday type basis. Anytime it comes down and tests the value area low, that's when they like to buy it and sell it when it reaches the value area high, which has been a great trade for them in the past hour. You can buy it in here, sell it up there, buy it coming into the day, and sell it when it reaches the value area low. It's that easy sometimes. Anyway, on to Pandora. This is one that I talked about yesterday, trying to roll down my Pandora trade. I had on the 11 calls. I've kind of legged into this strategy quite a bit. I originally started out with the June 9 puts that I sold for 53 cents. Then a few days later, it started going against me. So I decided to sell the 11 calls in there. Still had pretty decent implied volatility, so I was able to get away from where the market was trading and get a nice, decent commission collection of credit for that, and sold those 11 calls for 35 cents. So my overall total credit for that trade is around 88 cents. Now that makes my break even down there at around where we were trading, 8.14. So that was right there at my break even. So I decided to roll down my calls that I talked about yesterday. Finally got them yesterday when the market kind of came back a little bit. Been chasing it for quite a bit. So I rolled my June 11 calls down to the 9 calls for 25 cents. So collected a nice credit there. So now my break even is over $1, puts me down below that $8 handle, which looks to be acting as support, and hopefully will hold that for at least the next 8 days. So that's what I'm looking for. Come back at pin at 9, that would be great. Then I'd get to collect all my credits. But so right now I'm into the straddle. Took my strangle, rolled it down to a straddle, staying mechanical, staying vigilant on Pandora. Then on to what I've added today, which is WYNN, ticker symbol WYNN. You know, they look like they're doing pretty good here, because Macau, which is over near China, their big gambling mecca, it's like becoming bigger than Vegas. It's really taken some market share from Vegas, because a lot of Asians used to come to Las Vegas to gamble. Now they're just going there. It's a much easier flight, and it's, from what I understand, just about as nice. So WYNN up on the day. I believe it's going to do pretty well. I mean, this is a strong bull market. Came down and kind of tested. If we drew a line here, it looked like it was coming down here and kind of testing that trend line in a sense. Wasn't able to cover this gap, but I wanted to put something on just in case it does. But if it doesn't, then we take off to the upside. That would be great. So I went in and did a double-double, which is basically what we used to call on the floor. It's a double bull spread in a sense. Basically, you're buying a call spread and financing it by selling a bull put spread. That way you can collect a credit, limit your risk in either direction, basically limit your risk to the downside, especially when you can collect a credit. So it gives you a lot of wiggle room. And with this, I went into the July contracts with about 40 some odd days to expiration, and I bought the July 140 calls and then sold the 145 calls. And then to finance that trade, I went down to the put side and I sold the 130 puts and then bought the 125 puts to define that risk to the downside. So all in all, I collected a 37-cent credit. Gives me a lot of wiggle room to the downside. I mean, basically, I get down to 29.60 to hit my break even. And as you can see here, 29.60-ish is right around where that gap would be covered. It's slightly lower than that, but you know, for all intents and purposes, if it goes down, hits that gap to cover it, I am safe there. And then if we can get a rebound to the upside, then I'll profit from that, obviously, especially if it goes to the 145 calls. And it may seem like it's really out of the realm going from $10 higher, but as you can see, in a month's time, this contract with WYNN in this bull market has had no trouble whatsoever rallying $10 within a month's frame. So as you can see here, even on this pop rally, that was well over a $20 move. So I can easily see this, especially with the buzz around WYNN and these gambling casinos that have opened up over there, doing very well. So looking for WYNN to take off to the upside. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm going to go into all the details of how to build out this double-double or the double bull spread. We used to call it on the floor the Toro Loco, because it was a crazy bull spread in a sense, meaning you are really bullish on this underlying. So I'm going to go through all the details on how to set this up to increase your probabilities of success tomorrow. So you can find that at protraderstrategies.com. All right. If you can't take that, take it easy. I missed you. Oh, not very accurate today. Oh, not failing. There we go. All right. Take care.